and that's you, my queen. Slow down. Let me talk to you, my baby. Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you, baby. Hold on. Let me talk to you, my baby. Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you, baby. Slow down, slow down. Let me talk to you, my baby. Let me talk to you, baby. Hold on. Let me talk to you. Make me take you back to the root. Tell me how you wanna roll up. I wanna make you my number one. See reality, I say I know they talk I want.
Physical money and put me to wrap just for me send Yama in a minute in Sabakandra and then one Taptap Send.
Yeah, Ebushanfo, we didn't did an Akuma Pachua one. They recommended Taptap Send that mama. And that's our for also for baby. Diabasa, our rating so yeah. Omo ye A1 into pian road do Taptap Send. That all says it can for Taptap.
You won't do what Shrek Amansan. You won't do what Gala for say. You walk to near this coffee here. May and friend for the VR, you will tap at the move. Taptap Send in this street.
The tap with the one.
Taptap and one in a
Piao.
Hello, this is Lawyer Wisdom of Wismart Solicitors. Join me this and every Friday on OT TV from 8 to 9 p.m. for all your UK immigration matters. I hope to see you there. Thank you.
Hello, and good evening, everybody, and welcome to the OT Media Health Talk Show, sponsored by Taptap Send. My name is Abena, and I will be your host for today. So, without further ado, we'll just jump straight in, as we have delayed a little bit. So I want to apologize for that. So today, before I introduce my guest of honor, actually, I'll allow him to introduce himself when he comes on. He is not a new person, and he's going to talk to us about blood pressure medications. A lot of us have been prescribed on, our parents are on it, or know someone who's on it, and a lot of us do not know how they work properly or how they even function in the body. So therefore, without further ado, Mr. Kojo Amoako is going to come on and tell us about blood pressure medications and how they work. So hello, Mr. Kojo, welcome. We're having slight. Hello. Yes, hello, Mr. Kojo. Thank you very much for honoring our invitation. And like I said to the audiences, I will allow you to introduce yourself. You're not a newbie, but please do introduce yourself to the audiences and then take over and take us through what you want to take us through.
Thanks, Abuna. Good evening, everyone. So, Kojo Amoako is my name. I'm a UK pharmacist. Started in NHS, done my hospital practice, and now I'm in community pharmacy as well. I believe you've been doing hypertension last week or so, and so Dr. Akosia may have told you everything about hypertension. So I'm not going to bore you, but I think it's just proper that we do a quick recap so that those of us who are not there, well, we can bring all of you up to speed. The best person to do that will be Dr. Akosia, but I'll try and summarize it, because if I tell her to do it, she might give me every excuse in the world. Or Akosia, are you going to recap it?
I've got a headache, so I think
There's excuses.
I'm here for the questions if anybody needs.
Okay, I'll jump straight in. So essentially, we all know what blood pressure is. We know it's a fraction. So you've got the upper bit, which is the systolic, and then you've got the lower bit. People who don't have hypertension normally have the upper readings around 120, anywhere between 120 and 125 to 30 is fairly normal. And people who have hypertension normally have above 130, getting close to 140 and beyond. In the same way, for the diastolic, which is the lower bit of the fraction, normal people have readings around 90, between 80 and 90. And the minute it starts creeping up, then you're deemed to have hypertension if it's consistent. We all know that if blood pressure is not controlled, there's a likelihood that complications like stroke, myocardial infarction, and all the other things that come with it will also set in, including death. And that's why it's important that medicines that we are prescribed are taken as advised to prevent all the other diseases from coming. Arguably, hypertension is not a disease, it's a condition because it's manageable. And it's when it's not well managed that all the other diseases set in. I'll share my slides with you so that you could relate better with what I say here. Ooh. But I don't think I'm able to do that.
I've just allowed you. Try again.
Okay. Okay. Right. Can everyone see it now?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So, I intend to make this very brief and use as simple terms and language as possible. By the end of the presentation, we would have looked at all the various types of antibiotics, from diuretics to beta blockers to the renin angiotensin ones to calcium channel blockers to alpha blockers and all the other agents. We would also look at special patient groups so that you understand why doctors give you what they give you, although all of them can do the job. And we'll end up with how doctors select the drugs for you as well, and how it's important not to take someone else's medicine, although all of you have blood pressures, because your underlying causes might be different from each other. For every drug, I'll try and let you know how it works. I'll give you all the common examples that the doctors normally write out there so you can relate to it. And we'll end up with the side effects, the very common.
Oh, apologies. It looks like Mr. Amoako is having slight issues with his internet, but do bear with us, slight technical issues, and he will be on shortly. In the meantime, I hope we are all enjoying the last few weeks of our winter.
Yeah. Is he gone completely?
Yes, it seems like he has gone completely, but we'll give him some time to come up. If not, Dr. Kos, as ever. Funny enough, Dr. Kos, I didn't think you were here today, actually. But glad to have you on. Glad to have you on.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to be on, hence why my camera is off. I'm not in a suitable environment, but I thought I'd come and support the team. So if anybody has questions, I am here. I'm in the background.
I was gonna say, if not, we can start the Q&A session early, can't we? We can start taking general health questions right now while we have Dr. Kosa at our disposal. And in fact, Dr. Yaubaden is here too. He can help. He can assist. It has been a very cold winter, actually. Funny enough, it's been some days, some weeks have been very cold, and then some weeks have been surprisingly cold. Ooh. Yeah, and then it's just decided to rain all of a sudden. Like the weather's just gone really bad for the past 2 weeks, or this week, I think.
Well, hopefully March is around the corner, so spring should be good. If anybody's got questions about blood pressure medications, just generally, you can ask as well. I'm happy to answer.
Peppermint tea is always recommended for you, the single ones.
And an electric blanket.
Absolutely.
Abner, did I hear you right? For us, the single ones. Okay.
Oh, it's because Dr. Ya was saying that the single ones are suffering. I'm just recommending. We are here to help each other, isn't it?
You are right. You are right.
So I'm just recommending things the single ones can do to keep warm.
I guess we can maybe go on a quick break if anything, and I'll see if I can get Mr. Kojo back.
Okay, Mr. Producer, a quick ad break.
Me did the young antechua, and maybe I'm discovered for Europe. I come a bush for Ghana. No, me used to Taptap Send. Taptap Send. No fee mobile money transfer. Easy, convenient, fast, and sounds so free. Won't you share? Me discover my pimp. Tap Send. Intienne. Also download the Taptap Send app. No, ever mobile phone so free. Na first ka come a bush for Ghana for na. Taptap Send. Papa no.
If you're looking to buy real estate right here in Ghana, you're looking to buy a property in Ghana, and you are a diaspora, and of course, one of the most important factors you also think about is your security. Then if security is your paramount, one of your paramount factors in considering whether to buy a property or not, and of course, you have to consider some of the prime neighborhoods right here in Ghana, because of course, those prime neighborhood comes with a very high level of security in terms of, your properties and life. And those areas, of course, includes East Legon, it includes Airport, it includes Chado, it includes Adrengano, it includes Ridge, it includes Jowulu, and so many other beautiful neighborhoods. Now, those neighborhoods, trust me, they are prime and they are safe and conducive for people or environment or family looking to actually relocate back here in Ghana. So in today's video, I'm going to show you a property inside West Trosako, which is also considered as a very safe neighborhood for you to actually look at considering buying a property.
Whitewall Properties has all your property needs at amazing prices. Our unique development includes our flagship project, Arlington Court, which has a panoramic view covering several acres of a grass skyline. Some of our standard features include our gorgeous swimming pool, fitness centre, and a communal garden.
Hello, this is Lawyer Wisdom of Wismart Solicitors. Join me this and every Friday on OT TV from 8 to 9 p.m. for all your UK immigration matters. I hope to see you there. Thank you.
Hey, come closer. Are you looking to be discovered as an actor here in the UK? Can you act? You have the knack for it? Because I'm doing a one-day acting workshop here in London at the Design District, North Greenwich, on the 21st of February. So if you're interested, apply at screenstarsworkshop.com. and I will teach you and guide you on becoming the actor you've always dreamed of. Oh, there's also an opportunity to audition for a role in a production that I'm going to bring here this year. So go on, few spaces available, do your thing. Yeah, good luck. We're done.
Hello again, and welcome back, and welcome back, Mr. Kojo as well. Technology, very useful and sometimes very fickle. Yes, I will leave you to go ahead then.
Thank you, Abuna. Right. So, okay. So, where did we leave off? So we're on the outline. Can you hear me, Abuna?
Yes, we can hear
Okay.
you. All good.
So we're on the outline. Just to recap, we will take every class of blood pressure medicine in 10. We'll just summarize how they work in very simple language, because I don't want to assume anything. Then we would look at the common examples that are out there that most of you might be familiar with. And then we'll look at the very common side effects of every class. At the end of the day, we'll delve into how doctors select which drug for which patients, and the need for every patient to see his or herself as unique, and so not look at what the other patient is taking. Just right. So the first group is the ACE inhibitors. They basically work on the blood vessels themselves. And what it does is it dilates the blood vessels. So just to picture, constricted blood vessels result in high blood pressure. If you imagine pipe holes, if you squeeze it, the water uses a lot of pressure to come out. But if the lumen is open, the water flows naturally. So imagine what this drug does is to widen the diameter of the pipe so that the blood flow is quite normal and streamy. And that's how they control blood pressure. There's a lot of things physiologically that happens in the background, but essentially the end result is a dilated blood vessel. They also work in another way by helping the body retain potassium. And potassium is also known to help with blood pressure control. The common examples that we have are lisinopril and captopril. And as many of you may know, one of their most common side effects is that persistent, irritant dry cough. I'm sure at the end of it, people might have questions and we'll take all of them. The next class of blood pressure meds are the angiotensin receptor blockers. They're quite similar to the inhibitors, but these actually block, and their names are the so losartan, valsartan, and irbesartan. Again, they also lead to vasodilation in the end through a different way of dilating the blood vessels. This one, their common side effect is edema. So you would see that you have swollen foot, you have headache as well, and occasionally, if you're not lucky, your kidneys start to give way as well. And that's why it's important that at least every year, your doctor or pharmacist get to review the medicine that you're on to see if you're experiencing any of these side effects and what they can do about it as well. The next class of antibiotics are the centrally acting ones. These are a bit old ones. So as many of you may recall, you have metaldopa. I think the first trade name was Aldomate, very, very popular drug in the olden days. Then you've got moxonidine. Now, these work on the brain, which is the nervous system. It kind of constriction. They suppress that bit, and the end result is a reduced peripheral resistance. So again, the blood flow around the body encounters less resistance, and the end result is reduced blood pressure. Like the other classes, they also have their side effects, but the two common ones are tiredness. Patients normally complain of tiredness. They're always saying, my brain. Then a few of them also have depression. So the drugs do have that side effect, unfortunately. The other class are the alpha blockers. So these also reduce peripheral resistance. And so whatever resistance that the blood is encountering around the muscle, around the body is reduced. And so the flow is a lot better. It is believed that they also widen the blood vessels through which the blood flows. And the very common examples are doxazosin, terazosin, and the very old ones, prazosin. I don't think prazosin is quite common these days, but doxazosin is the most popular one these days. Unfortunately, edema, swollen foot and stuff also seem to be very common. And postural hypertension. So when you stand or when you sit, it does have a bearing on your blood pressure occasionally. And that's why the doctors are quite slow in keeping you on it. They monitor you before they say, okay, you didn't experience these, and so they will keep you on it. The next class of antihypertensive drugs are the calcium channel blockers. Many of you remember amlodipine, nifedipine, and verapamil. I think amlodipine is a household name now, especially in the UK. It seems to be the most preferred one because it's also quite cheap. And the NHS always writes on the cheapest cost-effective medicines. These as well reduce total peripheral resistance. So again, you have a widened lumen in the end, and so the blood flows. But they widen the lumen of the blood vessels through a different means that I won't bore you with. Unfortunately, their main side effect is flushing. So those of you who are fair, you see that always you are quite red. Then you also have a bit of the edema. So their feet, patients will tell you, and sadly, constipation seems to be something common with most of them as well. The next popular one are the water tablets. So these tablets, the diuretics, they cause you to visit the toilet quite a lot to do number one. And the way they work, they reduced the volume of the circulatory blood around the body initially. But in the long term, this balance seems to fall and it becomes normal, and yet they also reduce peripheral resistance. So they start off by reducing the volume of water in your body, but in the end, it ends up as vasodilation as well. There are about 4 different subtypes. The thiazides, so a common example is benzo, flumethiazide. And each of them have got their side effects. But a common one is a risk of the amount of potassium in your blood being low. Gout is also been reported. Then the men, they're not as powerful as they used to be. And occasionally, you have low density lipids, the cholesterol also increasing as well. You also have the thiazide-like ones, and those ones, the common example is indapamide. There's clothalidone as well. All of them are thiazide-like ones. They seem to have quite a similar side effect profile as the thiazides. Then the very ancient common ones are the loop diuretics. Furosemide seems to be quite a popular one. And it's normally good in patients who, in addition to hypertension, have got heart failure and a reduced renal function because of how powerful they are. Then the last subclass is the aldosterone antagonist ones. The common example is spironolactone. So all these in the end will cause you to weigh a lot more, but then it's meant to help the body deal with the amount of blood in the system, and they are more beneficial, and they prevent all the other conditions that will happen if you don't take. The other popular class are the beta blockers. So these, they reduce the amount of blood that the heart can pump at a time. So they reduce the force with which the heart works, so they slow the heart down. It's also believed that there's an enzyme called renin. That enzyme is also good at increasing blood pressure. So it is believed to suppress the amount of this enzyme in the blood, and by so doing, it reduces the patient's blood pressure. The very common example is propranolol. Most of you may also be aware of sotalol and carvedilol, but I think for hypertension purposes, propranolol and sotalol are more used, with carvedilol being used in other cardiac related issues. Because it slows down the force with which the heart pumps blood, this class of blood pressure medicines are known to slow patients down. So they are not tired, but they are very lethargic. So their reactionary time to things is quite prolonged. A few of them also have impaired concentration because, of course, the amount of blood flowing around the body and so to the brain is reduced. It's believed to cause people to have vivid dreams sometimes. And sadly, if you have asthma already, so it won't cause asthma, but if you have asthma already, it's more likely to make it worse when you have attacks. So doctors will always make sure they are giving to people who don't have asthma. And occasionally, you do have intermittent claudication as well coming in. I'm sure research is still ongoing, and who knows, very soon we'll have these drugs with more palatable side effects, but very good anti-hypertensives as well. The other class are the direct-acting vasodilators. So these actually also work on the vessels themselves. The common names you have are hydralazine, minoxidil, diazepam, and nitroprusside. In terms of side effects, again, you have all those edema and postural hypertension, and unfortunately headaches as well. And all these headaches react really well to paracetamol, good old paracetamol. So don't let these side effects be the reason why you don't take your blood pressure meds. We'll now look at what doctors and clinicians look at before they decide who takes what. As you can imagine, there are so many classes of them. They normally look at efficacy, because day in, day out, there are clinical trials being done to compare which one is effective and a more tolerable side effect profile as well. So if your doctor is a reading type, he or she will also be looking at changing you or reducing the doses as they go along. So before they start you, they look at all your conditions and your particular state and decide which one of them will be more efficacious to you. Most of these medicines, taking you to the second one, the safety profile, you end up on them long term. So they look at those side effects and see how tolerable they can be for you as well. The other thing is convenience to patients. Some patients, by their work pattern or whatever, it's best to give them once a day once. So it's easier rather than giving them twice a day once. Some patients, it's better to give them one medicine which has got 3 components in it. People with memory issues and all that. So they will look at the patient factor and decide. And of course, cost comes in, especially if you are in a jurisdiction where you have to continuously pay for your medicine. They look at affordability as well. The other thing they look at are quite a bit tailored to your race as well. So Black Africans, we tend to be more sensitive to the water tablets and the calcium channel blockers. We do have less renin compared to the whites. And so we tend to be less sensitive to the ACE inhibitors and the blockers. And so you'll see that most of us are on amlodipine and furosemide and stuff, but not very much on the ACE inhibitors. In fact, if we give you the ACE inhibitors, they tend to give you higher doses or in combination with other things before they will get the desired effect. Again, with race, the Asians, especially the British ones, are known to be mostly diabetic as well. And like I said, with the thiazides, they do cause diabetes as a side effect, especially when combined with the beta blockers. And so we see that doctors would normally not prescribe the beta blockers and the thiazides to these British Asians. The elderly are normally saddled with hypertension, unfortunately. So, but they also know that they are quite prone to postural hypertension. So it's advisable that you take their blood pressures while they are sitting and compare it with their blood pressures whilst they are standing and tweak it. So the doctors will bear all this in mind when they are prescribing for the elderly compared to when they are prescribing for young people over 40 and 50s. If you are diabetic as well, they will give you blood pressure medicines who have not got diabetes as a side effect, because of course they don't want to compound it. And if you have a renal disease and your renal function is not great, again, they will give you blood pressure tablets which have not got reduced renal function as a side effect. If the patient already has stroke, they tend to go for the kill as well, because as you recall, uncontrolled hypertension leads to stroke, so they look at that as well. Pregnant ladies, because of the baby that they are carrying, and all the other physiological things that happen during pregnancy, especially from week 20 onwards, you will see that they'll be giving them a special type of blood pressure medicine, different to what non-pregnant people will be having. People on oral contraceptives and HRT are known to be prone to hypertension as well. And so they will factor that into it when they are treating them. So these are some of the things that they do consider when they are selecting an antihypertensive for a patient. I do hope I didn't run through them too fast, but if anyone has a question, I'm sure we can take it now. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. Hold on, I'm trying to spot myself. Yes, thank you. Can you all see me? Here's my internet. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Amoako, for taking us through this. So, as you said, normally we follow up with Q&A session, but before that, we'll take a quick commercial break, if I am correct.
So, Christy, come on, young. Pretty me do rat just From me send jam in a minute in Sabacandia and then one tap send.
Yeah, ebusiafo bidin di na nakuma pachirewa 1. They recommended Taptap Send amamo. And that's how for aba. O send ko fa baby a. Na ye basa. Omo rating so ye. Omo ye A1. Nti obian load do Taptap Send. Na on say sika for Taptap.
Yɛbɔ de wo kyerɛ amansan yɛbɔ de wo kyerɛ Ghana for say yɛwɔ akwantu ne yɛde sika kɔfie nie me yɛn fɛnfa baabi a yɛbɛnu yɛn ho tap ɛdɛmu fuwa tap send in this street
na tap de no ana ɛkɔ
Tap and one in a
Piao.
Hello, this is Lawyer Wisdom of Wismart Solicitors. Join me this and every Friday on OT TV from 8 to 9 p.m. for all your UK immigration matters. I hope to see you there. Thank you.
Hello, and welcome back. Thank you, Dr. Amoako. Doctor, I might as well call you a doctor anyway. Thank you, Mr. Amoako, for taking us through the blood pressure medication and how it works. For those of you who are joining us, who joined us in the middle of it or who just joined us, Mr. Amoako just so kindly took us through blood pressure medication and how it works. And now we've got into the Q&A session. So here we will take questions on the topic, please. And already we've got hands up, so we'll go straight to you, Auntie Felicia.
Good evening. It's Auntie Ama.
Yes, Auntie Ama.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry I missed it, but I just want to find out. I know some of the blood pressure medications, but it looks as if every black person is being given amlodipine and Ramipril. I just wanted to find out. I know Ramipril has got some. It doesn't agree with a lot of people. The coughing. So can the doctor can the pharmacist tell me which medication is good for the black community? Thank you. That's my first question. I'll come back.
First question. Okay. So I think I touched on it during the presentation. Black people normally have lower renin levels in our blood. There's an enzyme in our blood called renin. If you compare the levels of those enzymes in white people to that of black people, you see that we tend to have lower levels. And it's for that reason that we normally don't just give the Ramipril. It's always added to something else. So whereas a white person might just have that one, something else has to be added to be able to get the desired effect. And we tend to be more sensitive to the calcium channel blockers, an example of which is the amlodipine. But unfortunately, just the calcium channel blocker doesn't do it in a lot of people, and that's why they have to add something else to it. So I think there's a study, for those of you who like reading, there's a clinical trial out there. I think it's called ALLHAT, ALLHAT. It deals extensively with that, and it's the recommendations of that clinical trial.
Please, can you put it in the chat so that some of us will just pick it up, please? Instead of somebody tell me why me had dreamed to
Every day, be no one away now. Jumana na away. So ALLHAT study. So yeah, I think that kind of explains why black people tend to be given the AC inhibitors as well as the calcium channel blockers. So we are less sensitive to the AC inhibitors, but more sensitive to the calcium channel blockers compared to the whites. So if you're lucky, and the calcium channel blocker alone, in this case, which is amlodipine, does the job, you stay on just that one. But if that one alone doesn't control it, then they have to introduce another class, which becomes that one, because the diuretics, as we saw, it means you'll be going to wee so many times, and a lot of people don't want to be disturbed, whether they're at work or they're asleep. So although we say take it in the morning, during the day as well, it's very inconvenient. So I think it's the lesser of the evils that lead them to add that, but it does work. If you are coughing, you'll be quickly taken off the Ramipril or Lisinopril or the pills, and you'll be given one of the TANs because they work the same way, literally, because they don't have the cough side effect. So you might either be given losartan or what's the other TAN I mentioned? So you have losartan, valsartan, or irbesartan as well. So let's. I hope I've answered that question.
Yes, you have. But one thing I would say is there's a lot of before no, especially Africans no. Most of our high blood pressure, diabetes. I know that you are a pharmacist, but how can you just help us to avoid high blood pressure? No? Please. Thank you.
You didn't come up out. I hope everyone can understand you. So I think for those of us and you have hypertension because of our family line, because there's a hereditary side of it. Who are then you bring hypertension? But you move a so on you create a number year and you bring hypertension. Now they're back up the hypertension by stress. Every day man has to go and hustle. So opa especially abroad let be work by that one man not just a we marshal and son it's a whole lot. So stress is one of the major factors in the hypertension that we have as blacks. And I hope the hereditary side in that we need to be conscious about managing our stress very well. Try and avoid any more stressed. Utikrum hanum. Obeso san leave what is Sikani or Ghana. Tiskajuma be another show hono. Now the poor Ghana a business and now say we see die own them continuously for God knows how long. Ghana for us who know me Juma. Boo, stress so anyway. They be an hour journey. I think I know a lot of people can relate to what I'm saying, but stress is one of the main things. The other thing is our diet. So we need to eat a lot more grains and foods that are not stored as fat in our body. Fufu bebre, banku bebre. In the end, they get stored, the excess ones get stored as fat in our body. And that increases the peripheral resistance, the blood flow, a big issue. So we need to be eating more grains, possible. Instead of meat, we need to be taking more fish that are rich in the polysaccharide way. So the salmon fish, and they're quite these days, right? They all call supermarkets. Pharmacies, you can help yourself with most of these capsules that are rich in these fish oils. Instead of using palm oil and weni bebre, you can start looking at olive oil and stuff like that, kakras also, which are more friendly on hypertension. So I can go on and on and on, but stress management, just to summarize it, our diet, and then exercise. We need to be doing more cycling if need be. We need to be walking when we can, as much as possible. Yes, Krama, you have to go and walk the dog every day. So be forced to walk at least every day and maybe 10 minutes around the block before you come and you rest. In the end, you'll both be benefiting. And you bro for no kakra, you share more work habits and you share why they do what they do. I think that may rest to one.
Auntie Amma, please, has he answered the question?
Doctor.
Auntie
Yes,
Doctor.
he's answered the question, but he said certain things be a na you know, to say you
I was going to question him on that. What if you don't like dogs?
foreign aid?
What if you don't like dogs, eh?
Into the adibe koto krama the adibe ko foreign aid at the akofie.
David. Either fakwa gym and whatever helps you exercise, do it. Be selfish for once.
Yeah, I mean, thank you. That was good, but it's a very huge
responsibility
topic. When you talk about medication, I know quite a few people who are struggling with their medication, and what I would say, just to add to what our honorable pharmacists have actually said, is we need to just watch what we eat. We need to just be very careful because we don't want to be a high blood pressure.
Yeah.
And I can just say one thing to you: let's be intentional when it comes to our health. I would just always say that intentional. We have a part to play in our health as let's be ɛna ɛfa no angwa ne enwo a doctor no so kan ho asɛm no. I think it's very, very important. We need to really look after what we eat, especially the oil. No? I know he did mention of olive oil, but again, me say a lot of Ghanaians, AUC and Africans, we tend to use olive oil. Olive oil is good to garnish food. As soon as you heat olive oil, baby, you know, I will just encourage everyone say, Anna, if you have high blood pressure, you can reverse it. I don't know if Mr. Amoako. And I'll person me for a doctor, I don't mind.
That means you're doctor, Patrick. I'm a pharmacist.
Oh, you're pharmacist.
Mr. You're okay. Mr. Perfect.
Mr. Amoako. Do you know, sir, you can reverse high blood pressure? Anything, any illness, you so be to me reversing.
I'm a strong believer in that, but medically, you can control it.
Yeah, you can control it. I always use myself as an example. I had high blood pressure. My father had high blood pressure. My mom, thankfully, she's 82 without no But when I noticed that I was just having, and mine was stress related because of the job I was in then. Until what I did was I had to read a lot about what I was going through. You know, I knew maybe they could do any intermittent fasting. I made reduce it. And although I'm on a loading dose, maintenance dose of amlodipine, I hardly take it because my blood pressure is normal. But I had to just eat banana, and I always say that I eat banana once every day. I still eat it, and that has helped to control my blood pressure. And yes, everyone on the line, we don't want to have high blood pressure. Let's do something about our lifestyle. Thank you.
I think, sir, Antiama, what can a very big thing I want to stress on it. So I could do. So I did my man with blood pressure and potassium. Potassium will and from school days, So potassium a lower blood pressure, sodium a increased blood pressure. And so that brings me to another thing again for a one of the things high blood pressure we have so you would say engineer we didn't so if he say there and to what is on I was saying I just say we are winning in both ways, and that takes us to the fruit and vegetables that we talked about as a dietary way. That's it.
Me pacho kwadu no so no enye de no on the black spots nesis no eno na potassium ni wompa I tend to just buy it and then I don't eat the said eat tun be esisi hono eno na ya me every morning and it's really helped me.
I see. I see. Okay.
Anti-comfort, Amma, wait there, Sonia, why can't you? Yapon, you said everything. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Anti-comfort, Felicia. Oh, I keep saying Anti-comfort's hands up. Anti-comfort, before I come to you, I just wanted to check. I thought I saw Auntie Liz's hands up, or Auntie Liz.
Yo, Nanti Amanya Shasi, na me question me briefy. Hey, Mr. Amoako, one time I had a statement no make here and nka wote obi anka ono aka dia yo. Hey, Auntie Ama. Mr. Amoako.
Auntie Lazy.
Hey.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Me just a statement ni be pacho.
Debi obi anka ono anaka nti ya ka Now my question no be na timi mbisa but na yam se me rebe fintin am de me sato na Auntie Abna frɛ me dia. O sin dapa mai na say yet onum nsuo bebre nso a unhydrated. And now you're saying say money we a lot. It's so counter-interactive, isn't it? How is it going to help her or other condition on top of actually? I'm going to say they need pressure like a CAP, but in order not to go above 19. Before, I think she was taking something else and it was giving her edema. So they have to try and now she's on the indapamide. So is it okay for her as she needs to hydrate more?
So it must be her particular situation because we in a lot, it's relative to say Bianca won't know Adrona. Assuming say Bianca every day so let's say once and now twice. Madrona Oberjon say be 4 times and now be bitisa. So in that respect, that's what I meant by we weigh a lot, but it's not that bad.
Okay. So
because in her case, the hydration as a person also see very important. How the weight you're better saying?
Oh, well, you're very slim.
Yeah, that's it. So borderline. And they are very careful, say on you dehydrated easily as well. Body mass maybe that is why they try to keep an eye on that.
And also when you were doing the word in the court, I didn't see any of the medication that can give you diabetes. So which one was that?
It was the thiazides. So I mentioned the thiazides. Let me see if I can bring them out again.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So the thiazide, bendroflumethiazide.
So which part of it? No, anti-blocker. Now say sorry, no.
A diuretic.
Oh, okay.
It's one of the diuretic.
All right.
It's the thiazides, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome, Auntie Liz.
Now my sister Auntie Comfort can take over.
Yes, I was going to say yes, and I think Auntie Comfort will be our last question because our time is obviously fast spent. So Auntie Comfort, please close.
Yeah. Thanks, Liz. My internet kept going on and off, so I've missed quite a bit, but I also heard a lot. I'm a official poll.
Why just her? No chance.
Okay, so just a quick one on banana. I think it's good, but I think it needs to be individualized. For instance, my potassium kept going up, and then I was told I need to reduce it. So I went on diet, and I used to take banana every day. I love it. Every day, every morning, I have to take banana. I was sort of addicted. I had to stop. Now I eat it occasionally. My brother-in-law had the same thing. His potassium just shot up. He has a heart condition. And then so he went for a routine test. They said his potassium has shot up and they quickly admitted him. And then he said, he had eaten, he is an A&E consultant. So he said, I ate a banana that day. So it could be the banana. And it's true.
So I think it needs to be individualized. If you have a heart condition or BP, I think you need to find out from your doctor if it's okay for you to eat banana every day. But just a bit of caution that I loved it and I was eating it every day, but at the end of the day, it was giving me problems. So I just wanted to bring in that caution.
Absolutely.
Auntie, and me pacho, how many do you eat? I eat
one.
just one.
Single one every day. Every day I eat one. Just one. Just one. So it's me. It's good for you. It's good for other people. And we are all different. We are diverse. So I think for some people they need to, and I have a heart condition. So for some people, they need to find out from especially if they are told their potassium is going up. As someone find out, tell their GP say they eat banana, no matter say whether they should continue or they should stop or whatever. But it's just a caution that I didn't think banana was going to make my potassium go up. So just caution that we are all different and it may not be for everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And you're very right. The same drug might work for person A, might not work for person B. And if you think of banana as potassium, different people will need different quantities. So you're really right. Okay.
Excellent, fantastic. Thank you all. I think we've ended on a great and good note. So, Mr. Amoako, before I release you, could you please give us some last words of wisdom and just your conclusion, closing statements, if I would say.
Thank you, Abner. I think I'll touch on the race bits. Before Dr. May, we see it as a big thing. And I think that from that cultural point of view, it's time we started accepting our conditions when we are diagnosed by competently trained people. And see, and your faults, when you're hypertension, maybe crab, you see how free mountain when you're and I be a jume be a we are now family situation, be divorce, be a two and whatever. There's so many things that can stress you. The other person doesn't have it. And see, in your diagnosis, I think so much may encourage you say a drone or your mom and now your nom so you keep an eye out on the side effects. You pay reading. Drobia comes with a package leaflet in there. The one ready baby I can't side effects. So they're common. They were common, rare, and very, very rare. They were common and they're top 3. If I 2, 3. If I say be a better experience, we need to be very interested in what goes in us as well. So you can always go to the doctor and let them keep an eye on you, and you're just not a number to your GP. So let's be encouraged to take our medicines when we are diagnosed. Keep an eye out for the side effects and engage the doctors and pharmacists to help us manage the side effects or change the medication if need be. That will be my last words. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Thank you for the session. I think one thing I love about this, we all learn from each other. I'm sure you've learned from our various people who asked the questions, and thank you for your time. Just before I release everybody and give you all some time back to enjoy your evening. Oh, sorry. just to bring to your attention that tomorrow we've got a time with Taptap Send, and in the spirit of Valentine, the topic is about beyond Valentine. So what will keep love going all year round? So please do tune in and join, and let's keep our homes and our loves going all year round. And then on Friday, same time, same link, you can join Ask the Lawyer as well to, ask about any legal questions that you have. And so now, thank you to our special guest, Mr. Amoako. Thank you very much. Thank you to our audiences, everyone who makes time day in, day out, week in, week out to join us. And thank you to our sponsors, Taptap Send and OT Media.
Hey, Lady Abena, where is Dr. Kojo? Where is he?
Dr. Kojo is very busy, as you can see.
And the announcement,
Hey, Lady
When Dr. Kojo is on, we will put together the announcement.
Of course, I'm praying for you. Recover soon. We can't afford not to see your face everywhere.
Why is Dr. Coach not very well nowadays? Is something
It's not,
else the
get
matter?
well
that I'm
soon,
not
Dr.
well.
Cruz.
It's not that I'm not well.
TLC, a bit of TLC, Dr. Cruz.
Let me close the show until when the way
Just
we can have this conversation.
Honorable
Have
Dr.
a good
Kojo
night,
Amoako,
everybody.
thank you very
Next
much.
week. Bye.
Wait,
Guys. It's not that I wanted to make an announcement. It's not that I'm not well. It's because I have church on Wednesdays.
Oh, Dr. Coach.
So you are not. Oh, I thought you said you were not well.
Dr. Coach, Manisha, when you cry. Oh, your new pastor.
I just want to make a quick announcement. We're having a program, a women's health program, on the 21st of March in Coventry. So it's going to be our first OT health talk, basically, but our first workshop that is going to be live. So we're going to hold a health screening where we're going to be checking for blood pressure. We're going to do the finger prick test for diabetes. We're going to have menopause and mental health questionnaires as well. We'll have a lot of doctors there carrying out these health screenings, and it's basically mainly for women. We're planning to do more of these workshops across the country. So our first one, we're doing it in Coventry, but hopefully we'll come to London at some point, Scotland and other bits and parts of the UK. So flyers should hopefully be out by the end of the week. So look out on the OT Media platform for more information about that. But if you're close to Coventry, or if you're able to make it to Coventry on the 21st of March, around from about 12 o'clock, then please do come and support the OT Media and Away Sisters first health screening workshop. Absolutely, and it would be lovely to see you all. We've spent quite a year online on Zoom, and it would be lovely to see some of you in person. So please, a little meet and greet. So please do make it if you can. We'll really appreciate it, and thank you for all your support throughout the year and beyond. Thank you very much. Have a good evening, everyone, and see you all next week. Bye. Take care. Bye bye.
And take comfort. Bro, very soon.
Doctor, no, Shay fan or Casano.
Nana Kwame.
Nana Kwame Casana said, Doctor.
And take comfort, Yabefro, very soon. Kolebu nurses, we want to get you on board. The bidding come up very soon.
Prince.
Yes, please.
Martin, you. No problem.
Okay. And Bamcho announcement, na sisi ana mi buy na
Nana Kwame, when you're cold, Anna.
Kakrebi.
Okay.
Nanka mi se me yen ne enso no me de be next week for that special announcement. Why?
Last week ya suni hana akofa ba enti
Nana Kwame what they be na post
say sisi ana me buy enti no me see next week.
What should na sisi ana buy because we person be ma announcement.
Nipa ma bompa ya se ma yesu ma se be ye beti announcement.
Next week yen twen.
Hey.
Okay.
I hope it's well the waiting.
Yeah.
Yo,
what I want to do is next week in the first 5 minutes of the show, no answer and start the show. No?
Yeah, too.
Me pacho next week. Me pacho mamonye next week because me nyo.
Inti yen twisted down.
Me pacho mun twisted da.
Antama. This is selfish.
Mumma